Inversion temperature, when you have taken a experiment in such a way, in this experiment, if I say there is a very high pressure region and the gas molecules are allowed to move into the low pressure region, from high pressure region to low pressure region, this leads to expansion of gas. This leads to expansion of gas adiabatically. You can see the change. This results in the change in temperature with respect to, for the given change, for the given change in pressure. To explain this particular factor, Joule-Thomson coefficient has been introduced. What does the Joule-Thomson coefficient says is, Joule-Thomson coefficient is given as dT by dP. This is change in the temperature, change in the temperature per unit drop of pressure, unit drop of pressure, unit drop of the pressure in the system. So this is called as Joule-Thomson coefficient. When the experiments are carried away by the scientist taking the gas at different conditions of temperature, he noticed the same gas at one particular temperature, let us say T1, undergoes cooling effect. The same gas at another temperature T2 undergoes heating effect. If the experiment is carried away at temperature T1, he observed the gas is undergoing cooling effect. When the same gas is taken to a temperature T2 and the same experiment of expansion of gas is done, he observed it is leading to a heating effect. And there is one particular temperature where the gas is taken for expansion, it shows no effect. So there was a point of temperature that can be attained where the gas neither undergoes heating effect nor undergoes the cooling effect, where we can see the Joule-Thomson coefficient at this point will become equal to 0. So that particular temperature, when you take the characteristic temperature of the gas above which the expansion of gas shows heating effect, the characteristic temperature below which the gas shows cooling effect, in when subjected to Joule-Thomson expansion is called as inversion temperature, TI, inversion temperature. So the temperature at which expansion takes place with no change in the temperature of the system, then that is inversion temperature. Above which heating effect, below which cooling effect, at which zero, no effect is observed. The inversion temperature in terms of van der Waals constant is given by Ti is equals to 2A by Rb. So stronger the intermolecular forces, so I can say Ti is proportional to A by B. Stronger the intermolecular forces of attraction, higher is the value of inversion temperature. Now the inversion temperature is the temperature at which we can also say the Joule-Thomson coefficient is equals to 0, and above which, if the temperature is below the inversion temperature, then the Joule-Thomson coefficient will be positive. The temperature is above the inversion temperature, the Joule-Thomson coefficient will be negative. If it is positive, it leads to cooling effect. If it is negative, it leads to heating effect. This is the conclusions where we can draw from inversion temperature.